What's going on? What's going on? Brutus here, bringing you another successful failure video. It's been a while since I've done this video series, so I saw an opportune moment for content in the last war to make one. So we're going to look at my fails, as well as another Town Hall 10 fail. And before we keep going, please understand that this is not... It's just my morning. Please understand it's... Jesus. Please understand it's not a knock at the actual player themselves. I'm not saying like, oh, you failed, haha, or why aren't you better than that kind of deal. It's really more so of, let's talk about why it failed so that everyone can grow from it. It's a respect thing. It's not a disrespect thing. Although you guys can make fun of my fail all you want. So let's take a look at the last war. Been a while since... well, I guess, whatever. 55 to 56. Really close war. I was really proud of these guys. We had match. If you want to know where that stars went, they had 5 Town Hall 10s with Infernal Towers. We have 1 Town Hall 10 with Infernal Towers. So it was a lot easier for them to get the 56 than it was for us. Granted, we could have got 57, and we were aiming for 57, and those lack of 2 stars is what cost us the war. And so let's talk about what they were. Let's look at really good attempts. These are scouted attempts, okay? So number 1, there's a hole in the base. 1 barbarian brings that out. And you got both Larry traps popped out as well. Might want to fix that, buddy, because that's a very bad thing. You can get a lure and 2 out of 3 Larry traps and a DGB. Anyway, there's also Teslas in every corner. As you got 1 loon down. And there's a Tesla on the far right that did not go down for whatever reason that was. In fact, let's bounce out of here. I actually didn't even know why that didn't go down. He popped it up. Let's bounce out. Let's zoom back out so you guys can appreciate what's going on here. We have 3 loons for every corner, or 3 corners, I should say. Loon on the left. I think that loon was dropped too far to the left. Yep, loon on the right. And loon on the bottom. So if you have corner Teslas like that, you need to drop it directly on the spot of where that Tesla is going to pop up, so that before it even can get a zap into you, you'll take it down. For sure you will, because I know I also had to do something like that on the next raid you're going to see. So that was a decision. Keep in mind, that Tesla on the far right is stew up, and I believe there's one at the very top that's also stew up. So there's 4 Teslas in every corner. As if 5 Town Hall 10s wasn't enough, they had to put all the Teslas on the outside. I guess we almost 3'd them, so I guess that's a good idea. The golem on the far left just got melted. We got golem time on the left. We had 2 golems and CC bowlers, and the golem on the far left, for whatever reason, you don't want to use a golem if you're only going to get trash. I don't know what happened there, but the push on this was so nice. He got everything that was important for this hobo. Still has some bowlers up and queen going on. Starts his hogs right here. This heal maybe is way too soon. The hogs weren't really taking much damage at all, and they're level 6, so they're pretty beefy, and there's no GB there. So if anything, the heal was a little bit too soon, but that's not what's going to give you time back in your raid. So given that there's a Tesla pop at the very top, I'm not sure if that wasn't noticed during the raid. Maybe it didn't pop in some of the scouts, but because of that, and the hogs have to traverse all the way to the corner, and then on the very bottom here, they're going to traverse all the way downward. So what does that mean? This trash ring on the left, with no cleanup troops, is now got to traverse clear across the base in order to get. This should have been a 3, and the plan is a 3. Really good job trying to account for those corners as much as possible. But the lesson that we can take away from this is that if you're facing corner Teslas, make sure that you drop your loon not behind them, directly on where that Tesla pop is supposed to come up, and most likely you'll bring it down with just that 1 drop and then the splash damage on the way down. If we don't, we see what happens here, where your main attacking force gets dragged out of place. The last part about Town Hall 10s and it's gonna segue into the next one, is if you're a brand new Town Hall 10 to the 3-star game, I consider myself in that because I'm very, very rushed and still trying to recover that base. As soon as I get 30-30 on KB, though, I'll be farming nothing but Royals on my Brutus account. Anyway, but with the best advice that anybody that is really skilled, the advice I hear from the One Hive people about Town Hall 10-3s, is you have to put down cleanup troops a lot faster than you ever had before as a Town Hall 9. So you gotta dedicate some cleanup troops. And on this one, that all our entire army was gone. We didn't have any cleanup troops. We thought hogs would be those cleanup troops. It's good to have some insurance, maybe a wizard, maybe 2 minions, but you got to have some cleanup troops in order to secure that 3. So great plan, Heartbreaker, that could have brought us to 56. Here's the one that I was beating myself up over. It's could have been 57, but it is what it is. Again, scouted base. There are Teslas. Hold on. Whoop. Tesla at the top. That one will go down. Let's focus on how I dropped this bottom Tesla. Okay, any second now. Am I already doing the walk? Oh, crap. Sorry about that. I thought maybe there isn't a Tesla there. I swear to God there's a Tesla there. Anyway. Let's take a look. Directly on it so that when it comes up, I'm already dropping a bomb. They don't have to travel very far to get it. Okay, so looking at this base on the far left, obviously single target infernals. I'm going to do a Laloon. I'm going to get 2, aiming for 1 air defense, possibly 2. I thought about doing a shattered entry because I'm bringing 4 healers. But I realized I can get a lot more value for this walk. I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 defenses on the walk alone because there's going to be a Tesla pop right by the Archer Tower. And I swear to God, there it is. I dropped that loon so that by the time that Tesla gets up, my loon's directly above it. It goes down. My loon's still alive. Takeaways on this. We're going to run out of time. Spoiler alert, I don't keep 1 loon, so that's the main reason why this doesn't clear. But the other thing is, knowing where the corner Teslas are in a viable troop like a loon, you'll see how I do the Laloon pathing. I could have waited to deal with that Tesla. At the very first Tesla I took down, I could have waited to deal with it as part of my Lalo flow. It would have saved me, I think, about 5-6 seconds because I'm actually watching my Loon, which is another no-no, to make sure it takes down that Tesla. I need to feel secure that that thing goes down, and I shouldn't. That's another thing that watching your loons, and that's age-old advice right there, only sucks away time. I wasted 5 seconds watching that loon drop the second bomb to make sure I was good to go. I should have just waited, and then, as you see, it comes across like this. Jeez. As you can see that the loons come across on the right here. Nothing but haste for those sections. Really didn't need to double stacked the air defenses because I'm facing single target infernals anyway, so they're not gonna last long. So, except for this area right here is what I expected, and then heal to bring them back up going in. Maybe wasn't needed. Maybe I didn't need that heal at all. Maybe another haste would have even been better to circulate the circle the trash ring. But here's that wizard I was talking about from the last one. I have a cleanup wizard on the trash ring. Probably only because I saw that the queen was going to be able to shoot through the bottom side. And I had 4 archers for cleanup. Dedicated cleanup troops. Look on the ring. Look at the ring. I have high hit point storages times 3 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 collectors. That's goblins do times 40 to that stuff. Or is it times 40? Nah, maybe not times 40. That's wall breakers. But goblins are just crazy cleanup troops when it comes to rings like this. If I kept 1 loon, or if I didn't pre-deal with that Tesla, or if I dropped 2 of my 4 cleanup archers for just 2 goblins, this is a 3. So it's those small things that help take your Town Hall 10 game to the next level as to that 3-star. So hopefully those talking points were helpful for you. Once again, it's Brutus reminding you, you got to be better than a double.